Hi, my name is Janai Lane, and I'm the founder of Spirit Coach Training. I want to talk to you today about getting unstuck. I think with all the chaos and disappointment, uh, hate, fear, what's happening on the planet now, we're in this tumultuous period of change. And when we look at it at face value, it feels very confusing and alarming. And yet there's something that is happening, which is a rebirth. And our hearts tend to close down in times of the unknown or in times of challenges. They get numb. We build walls because it feels too painful, too confusing. We have anger, all kinds of things that are arising. And it can keep us actually stuck and stagnant from moving forward in a way that can be fruitful because we want to take our actions from love and not fear. And so it's really normal, absolutely normal in fear to contract. So, what can we do about it? What can we do? One of the things that's really important is to be aware of where we're focusing our attention. Are we focusing on it in terms of all the things that are going wrong in our life, all the things that we're unhappy about, all the things that we're confused about? And we can shift out of that sort of haze of negativity inner to a sense of peace and stillness that reside in the heart. Now, what's going to take us there is a very, very important question. And that question is, what do you love? What do you love? Now, that's the last thing we often do when we feel anger, rage, or numbness, or confusion, or all of these range of human emotions. But it's the thing that can open up the door to the high spiritual heart, to that which we then have access to, this infinite innate love and peace that can hold whatever human emotions are arising in us. And it can also take us deeper into a remembrance of who we are. And we get there through this question of, what do I love? What do I love? So let's try it together. Let's try it as an exercise. So, my suggestion would be you put your hand on your heart and you touch your heart. And you just breathe at first. You just breathe. And you give yourself permission to let whatever is there be there, whatever's going on for you, whatever stuckness or stagnancy you feel or resistance to even what I'm suggesting. You just let it be there. And I want you to notice that deep in your heart is this frequency of peace. It's innate. You don't have to feel it per se, but it's already there. And I want you to intend that this peace is flowing out like a crystal clear river. And it's just flowing out of your heart, this crystal clear river of peace. And it's flooding to the emotions that are more difficult or challenging for you. It's flowing to the mind, and it's filling it with this clarity, this crystal clear peace, which has so much clarity in it, because peace brings clarity. It's like a still pond that you can see through. And then you start bring it down into your lower chakras, bring it down into your gut, and bring it lower into your sacrum and into your root. And let that peace go down in there, because we tend to carry a lot of fear there, and just let it sink in. And again, it's not making the fear or whatever's arising wrong. It's just holding it in peace, in peace. And you can gently just say, peace to my body, wherever you might be feeling pain. Peace to my body, peace to my mind, peace to my emotions. And as you're saying that, the peace, the frequency is flooding. And you're filling your entire field with peace, with the resonance of peace. Above you and below you, behind you, in front of you, all around 360 degrees, floating in peace. This is a peace that you created. It's not circumstantial. You don't have to wait for things to change in your life to feel peace. Now, as you bring your hand to your heart, I want you to gently just hold this question. What do I love? What is it that I love? What do I love? Now, I want you to notice what arises. Don't think it. It's not coming from here. It's coming from here, the high heart, because there's a part of you that holds a deep truth and wisdom, and it knows what you love. And also what you love is what you need right now. And the problem is we're not nourishing ourselves with what we need. We need to nourish ourselves at this time. Very important. So let that bubble up. What do I love? Just see what it is. It might be the simplest thing, like the smell of a rose opening, or reading poetry that makes me cry, or listening to a symphony composed by Mozart, or to see what comes. See what comes. Let it be the simplest thing. And feel how just the thought, the knowing of that particular thing begins to open the heart. Just open it. Just feel it. It opens. It opens. And I want you to continue to allow yourself to keep letting it bubble up, letting truth bubble up. What do I love? What do I love? And as it bubbles up, I want you to jot it down, and I want you to create a list. And this list, I want you to have at least a minimum of 10 things on that list. And then what I'd like you to do once you have that list is I'd like you to tune in and see which one lights up for you, what's the strongest. And I want you to do that one thing. I want you to engage in love. So, you know how the thought of doing what you love made your heart open? Well, when you actually do what you love, it opens exponentially. And this is one of the ways that we nourish ourselves and we open the heart and we source our inner capacities for peace, for clarity, for wisdom, for creativity. And we allow that to be open and ripe and full so it can guide our lives out of the stuckness, out of the stagnancy. Shutting down the heart right now is not fruitful. It's never fruitful, but especially now, because your heart knows the way forward. Your mind does not, but your heart knows the way forward. One small baby step at a time, following what we love, following that inner guidance, because love guides us. Love knows the way for our highest and best life experience. And thank you so much for listening, and namaste.